And good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to the October 7th edition of Morning Mindset. I'm your host, Todd. How are you doing today? It's a chilly day out there, folks. It was chilly out there this morning. I'm going to get what the actual temp was because I think it was lying to me because it was cold. It was downright cold. Right now, it says that it is 45 degrees and it feels like 44. This morning, it was probably like 4 or 5 o'clock. It said it was like 67 out. And I was like, this is going to be great. No, it's cold. It's like 45, and I think we're only going to get to a high of like 68 today. So while it was windy and 85, 90 degrees over the weekend, it's cold. It's cold right now. Fall's here, at least for a couple days. And I think we get back up into like the mid 80s by the end of the week. So good times. Now, if this is your first time here or your long time here, this is what I need to know who you are, where you're from, what's in your cup, what the weather is like in your area. As far as what's in our cup, I'm just about done with the sparkling orange Celsius, so I'm going to have to go grab something else because we got a busy day, which leads to 5 things. 5 things. What are 5 things that you are going to accomplish today? So for us, we've got glitter HTV that needs to get cut. We've got DTF prints that need to get done. Design work that needs to get done. We've got a couple stores that need to be open, and we've got shirts that we need to press. Which leads us in to today's topic, planning for the week. So I want to know, how do you plan for your week? Do you plan on Friday for the following week? Do you have a schedule out for it? How are you doing it for you? For us, typically Friday, we make, as it's the catch-all day. We try not to schedule things on it, so that way when we do have rush orders or things that come in, it works from there. But beginning of each week, we prioritize what orders need to go out on what day, so we make sure that we have everything scheduled accordingly. Does this need to go out before this or this? When can we squeeze in? What do we need to do? Is everything here for it? So we're going to talk about that. But first up, let's check in and see how everybody's doing this morning. Sarah, good morning to you. 42 and sunny. Coffee in the cup. Officially turned off the AC for the year. I don't think so. This is like mid 80s, going to get to 90s. That AC is staying on. Sarah's 5 things: purchasing, order prints, send work orders over to contract printer, order signage and other supplies for grand opening, get shit organized around here. Sarah is doing a grand opening this coming Saturday. So if you are in the greater Milwaukee area, Waukesha to be exact, go find her. Go find Distinctive Merch Co. Right? I completely drew a blank as I'm reading it right there. Go find them. Pay attention to their page. Make sure to like and subscribe it. And guess what? You'll see that the grand opening is this Saturday. So go check them out. And she said, correction, send work orders over to all vendors, contract printer, laser guy, embroidery. That's right. Stay on top of that. Tim, good morning to you. 56, going to be 66. Drinking a pink monster. Morning, Tim, from Sarah. Rena, good morning to you and happy Monday. Coffee brewing. It's already 74 in SoCal. Rena, how have you been? Anything new? Last we heard, it was fires were encroaching. I'm taking it everything turned out well from that. Let us know. Morning all from Tim. Barb checking in on her 1075 things. Quotes, DTF, sewing hem pants, embroider bags, patch digitizing. Barb's got a bitty day lined up for it. Jeff's checking in. Morning all, 55 and sunny for once. Nothing in my cut. Yeah, 5. SSDD. Same shit, different day. Nailed it. That's right. I nailed that. And Tim says, I wing it unless it's tint. I know what I'm doing most of the time. I can't wing it. Oh, I can't wing it. I have to have some kind of structure. I have to have some kind of schedule. I have to have something to look at and something to be able to cross off at, because I just threw my pen. So that's nice. And then I almost whacked my head on a pad printer that was right here on the floor. So I've got my notes from the weekend of stuff that I need to go over, and then started going through my list here today because I've also got to work on some copy. I emailed some stuff. I'm going to put a little teaser out there. Cut and Sew will be coming soon. We're finalizing some stuff on it, so I have a meeting on that this week to get that figured out. We've also got the landing page that we're building for DTF transfers. So I need to, I'm working on the copy for that. And then we're also working on the condensed copy for the Spirit Wear fundraising site. So we've got a lot of that stuff that I'm working on and getting done. That's part of the list today. But go through our things of what's the different stuff that's on there. What can we do? What do we need to know? How can we do this? I've got design work. There's just like you run into it where it's just like a bunch of little things, but it seems like a lot. There's probably 5 or 6 different design things in here that we need. All of it is going to be super simple because it's all stuff we've done before. They just want a little variations of it on that part of it. And then we've got probably 3 or 4 that are all going to be new things. And so we're just getting that stuff figured out. And it builds up. But I need to plan for the week. I know like today, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, we have morning mindset, right? It's 8:30 to 9-ish. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is also our mentorship community. So that is from 9:30 to 10:30. On Mondays and Thursdays, I have my mastermind call, and that's from 5 to 7 p.m. So that is the framework every week. We know that that's staying the same. We also know on Wednesdays is Work on Your Business Day, which is open office hours if you're in a mentorship community, and that's from 11 to 3. So that needs to be set up and ready to go. And then we fill in the other things. What days do we have projects done? So what's the most important one to get out? We do have a few rush jobs this week that they need by the end of the week, from not necessarily rush jobs, but when we set it up, hey, here's what we need to do for it. So priority jobs. So these are the days that things need to be done by. Here's things that came in over the weekend that need to be ordered. Are we building enough for the free shipping? So making sure we have that. What prints do we need? Are these going to be DTF prints? Are they screen printed prints? Do they need to go to our embroiderer? What is everything that's coming in? At some of the stores, there might not be, there might not be any embroidery. There might not be any UV DTF. We had a couple stores closed, so we're processing those of what we need to order. We can lay out the week for it. Because I want to make sure that, we have plenty of time and don't screw things up, because sometimes things can get screwed up. Hi, Sarah, Tim, and Rena from Barb. Hi, Jeff from Barb. Jenny, thanks for checking in. It's 53 there and water in the cup. Morning, Barb from Jeff. And hi, Jenny from Barb. So I ask you, I am a planner. I put things out there as I go through it. Oh, here's this. Sarah says, I feel like I'm always just flying by the seat of my pants. I need to plan way better. It's always a work in progress. You plan pretty good, right? You've got your board up, don't you? I'm almost positive I saw that. We talked about when different things were due, and you have it on the schedule on your big calendar, right? Ding, ding, ding. I nailed it, Jeff. Morning, Barb from Sarah. Tim's working on keychain lanyards, bag to embroider, price helmet stickers for softball team. Also get things ordered for year-end gifts and much more. Busy day for Tim there. Barb's got 47 and sunny. I'm a list maker and a scheduler. I'm a list maker. I got to cross off. Like I know there's so many of the digital platforms out there. Monday, Asana, build one in Google. There's different calendars. As much as I like those, I still need to cross things off. I still need to, even if I were to set those up and then print it out so I could physically cross it off before I delete it, it just makes me feel better. Sarah says, I feel like I'm a planner at heart, but my creative brain, aka ADHD, always gets in the way. You do plan pretty well, but that's why you're kind of like me. You plan, but then you also plan for the unexpected. You try not to cut yourself, too thin, too short. You look at dates. You try not to have things due on same dates, so you do well with it. And Rena says, been having major issues with my new fume extractor. Now it looks like the motor burned out. Ready to put it at the curb. Oh. So tell me more about your fume extractor. Are you just running an exhaust fan and putting it outside, or is it one of the all-in-one purifiers that sits next to whatever we're exhausting? What are you working on there? What are you working with, Rena? You might have some ideas. Just as I hear that rolling beeping around the bend. I ain't seen the sunshine since it won't stop then. I hate Dirk. When Dirk gets like this, Dirk has ink. Dirk just doesn't think that there's ink in there. So Dirk wants to just beep. There's ink in there, Dirk. So I think the sensor's going bad. I'll probably more than likely just go in there and cross that, so that way it just stops beeping, because there'll be times where they go weeks without it, and then other times every 5 minutes it wants to beep, and no, you're not going to beep on me like that. Tim, still have a call at 4 today. Going to help my flat glass film brand with a cool case study. Love it. Looks like it'll be a part of the forms they pass out for all their film customers. They can share to help. Very nice, very nice. Just help sell the job. Awesome, awesome. Hi, Barb from Rena. And Barb says, yep, I'm old school. I like a list of paper and to cross out. Barb, I'm right there with you. And I don't think it's old school. I just don't get the same satisfaction about going to delete a row in a digital platform. Delete, done. There's no fun in that. Crossing off feels like fun. The other thing that I like about crossing it off is I can go back to, let's see. I can go back and let me find it. I can go back as I'm looking through my book here as I just flip the page and then I flip to the closest one to it. On 7/15, I had DTF and UV DTF. I had print stickers. I had cut HTV. I had deliver shirts, work on stores, quotes, order flyers, sashes, lanyards, and flyers. And I had all of that crossed off except for one thing. Okay, I can see that I crossed off, so I would still need to do that. If I can go back and be like on a date on something, hey, when does this? On this day, on 7/16, Peggy needed a quote for 100 sticker, for 100 DTF size 9.25 by 13.9. So gave her a quote on that, follow up, and I set a schedule up to follow up in 1 week. So I can go back and look and see what that was. I can see on 7/17, I had to press sashes for samples. All right, I know what that one, we sent them out and we ended up getting more of them. So I can go back and see. I can see, I can go back and see from day to day to day when I cross stuff off. When I delete stuff off, that doesn't sound as fun. And good morning to you, Juan. Juan, I seen your second email. It came through right before I started this, so I will double check for you. And yeah, no problem. I don't know about picking up. They might get delivered because we'll see. What's the date that you need those on hand? I'll ask in the email, so I have that in there too. Because it just might be a road trip for lunch. We just might, pop a road trip up there because, Carlos O'Kelly's. Me and Corey could just use, a little trip up there. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, ran an exhaust fan for 20 years. If it ain't, don't fix it. Bought the Purex extractor at the APA show, and it's been a headache. That's what I'm saying. Like the 6-inch exhaust fans that you can just go to Menards or Home Depot or Lowe's or order off Amazon, and then maybe you go from a 6-inch to a 4-inch reducer. They just work. They're just a fan. That's all it is. And whoop, you send it outside. That's what I'm saying. That's what we did. We got the 6-inch fan with reducer, exhaust it right outside. Don't even have to mess with any of that stuff. So I'm right there with you. I think some of those can be way overcomplicated. And all it is an exhaust fan. I know somebody that was running a right over their laser setup that they have an exhaust hood from a kitchen. And that was it was stainless steel. And the thing is like 6 foot wide, but it came with everything. And they were like, it was ridiculously cheap. And they were able just to mount it on the wall, and they have everything there, and it's just a hood. They turn it on. It also had the fire suppression if they wanted to be able to go in and hook all that up to it. It's like, holy hell. They're like, yeah, it's just like a kitchen. It was pretty cool to see. Brian says, I like writing things in my Rocket book and then wiping them off. I have not gotten good at using my Rocket book. I can use my Rocket, I just can't use my Rocket book. It is just not, and I don't know why. I don't know if it's because I used the wrong pen. I don't know going into that. I should use it more, but I don't know. I thought it was going to be something I was going to use every single day, but I just keep using notebooks. So it's got to make me feel there. Barb said, Rena, I bought a Fume Clear FC350 fume extractor, 253 CFM for the laser for the winter. I also run an air purifier. So there's an option too. But I'm definitely a planner. I need to look at the week. Like I went through what we have, like through my stuff, and then I made my list of stuff over the weekend. Here's what, who's what, and then I send it over to Corey. I make a list of my stuff, and then I have questions and things for her, so I make a list of that. She just got me back a list of things from that, of here's what we need, here's how this works. Okay, perfect. So I can order all of this up, and then, we're good to go, because there were some stores that closed. All right, what do you need for this? Who do you need for that? what, and we can get it rocking and rolling. It's like this. I'm like, oh, okay, that seems like a lot. So I got to go double check with her on things to make sure, but I need that. So then I get a list from her. All right, yep. Here's this. We got a couple laser jobs. When those are done, I can do that. We've got a cheer store. So I need to go through, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's 9 different designs, and here's the quantities I need of each one of those. So I can go through, pull the designs, build out gang sheets for that, and get that ready to go to print. There's a couple other things in here, and that's just what it works for me. It just works. I need to be able to cross that off. Rena says, I was trying to plan for the future if I downsize and put my laser actually in the house, but that's what I get for planning. So you can still do that. If you put it in the house and it's the room with the window, you can get those window screens that have the hole in it that you can just close on there and just do it that way. Yep. Do it that way. Then you'll be all set, ready to roll. But I am definitely a planner, a crosser offer. I need, we got a request Friday when we were up at the school that said, hey, can you put together like a Halloween store real quick for us, of just the different Halloween designs and things like that. And of course we can, of course we can put together a quick little Halloween one because we've got all the stuff. Chipley, super easy to build. So that's one of the stores that were there. And then they also say, can we do the same thing with Christmas when that rolls around, or the holidays? Can't say Christmas, but the holidays. Can you put something together for that? So that was something else that leaned to it, and I hadn't planned for it, but that's the type of things we get. Anything we can build, raise some funds for some people, and have a good time doing. Halloween, it's close, so we have to look at the dates for that. Because if we're at this and people want to wear them, throughout Halloween, then basically this is going to be close on like the 24th or the 23rd. It'll be open for 2 weeks and then close out and then get it from there. That's what we got to do. We just make it and work from it. And the other thing I like about, especially keeping a notebook, because I've got notebook upon notebook upon notebook here of, I could probably pull out a bunch of them of this year of, starting it and go through it. And so I can go back pretty much every day of the year and through the notebooks and see what we were doing that day, provided I wrote down. I try and start every day. I didn't today. I did it on Corey's list by writing the date on it. So that way I always have it to go back and refer to. And I can just keep a track. I just need it. I need to be able to write it down and cross it off for it. So I don't know. That's what I'm asking. How if you get a better way, I'm all ears, but that's how I do it for that. So this week we do have a busy week on us. We'll keep pushing everything around. I have not taken off the no same day service for DTF transfers, but I will tell you that a select handful of you ordered on Friday, and some of you got it on Saturday, right? So there's decent sized orders that happen too, and we're just making sure that the process is good. Get everything out as fast as we can. I'll probably keep it that way just to get us through this week to make sure that we're on board with everything and it's good to go. So we're crossing our fingers in there and then push it on from there. But we're rocking and rolling with it. Now, with that, here's the thing. So I just got an email from somebody, and I thought I'd share this with you. So most everybody here knows that we do DTF printing, right? If you don't, hey, guess what? We do DTF printing. You can go to Fat Dad Print Co. and order yours today. Now, with that, we have printed for a lot of screen printing businesses, a lot of heat press businesses, a lot of businesses in general. And what we've found in the 4 years of printing is that a lot of times we'll build up a clientele that will be ordering a couple $1,000s a month in transfers, sometimes a couple $1,000 a week. And we know that eventually we're going to lose that client, especially if they are a larger screen printing, because they know where their break-even number is and where it makes sense for them to bring it in-house. So we're here to facilitate if everything's there. Well, there's one that we do that not only did we do all their DTF for, we also do their cut vinyl. So their specialty stuff, stuff like the reflective, the stuff like glitter, the stuff like, any foil stuff, anything like that, we do that for them. Well, they had purchased a DTF printer 3 months ago. And so we did stuff 3 months ago for them. that required DTF and glitter. Okay, cool. We got that. Well, then, the following month, they had their DTF printer. They're like, yep, we're still going to order this. I said, well, what about the prints you're doing in the house? They're like, I'm not confident in it yet, so let's go ahead and do it there. This month, they just ordered a repeat of them, and he said it's just easier and less hassle to order from you. So, just for those that are thinking to get into DTF printing, just because, remember that it's a pain in the ass, and that it is just easier to order and hit a button. So that was my fun. That's my fun that just came through that I thought I'd share with you. Now, with that, we have our mentorship call that is starting at 9:30, so just a little over 45 minutes. If you have not been there or not part of it, you can join us right there. Patreon.com/FatDadMC. We'll be over there for an hour. See how everybody is doing. Check in, maybe set some goals, see what we're doing with it. With that, though, I've got stuff to do, and I can get a good jump on some of these things between now and our next call. So if I don't see you in our next call, we'll be here every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 8:30 a.m. Central Standard Time. And with that, I think I figured out the rest of the stuff over here because I figured out how to do it. So with that, peace, love, press on. You guys have an amazing day, and we'll see you.